That's another thing that kind of mystifies people. Gee, how do I set up the trims on my mixer? That's the most important setting on your whole mixer, because if that one's wrong, everything else is wrong, follow along behind it. So once I set up my band, I click this auto trim, and every channel I want to assign, I just activate it here. And unfortunately we're not passing audio, but if we were, it's telling you, go ahead and have this band play, and it's going to examine what they do, and it's going to set all the trims automatically. Even more dialed in than setting the presets does them. Now you're in pretty good shape, but you know what's going to happen. The band's going to play and the band's going to get louder. They're going to get more energy during the night. Yep. And your setting's going to be gone.
Run it again, right?
No, it isn't. No. That would be too hard. Why go to all that work? Let the board do it for you all by itself. So you select input and you select trim tracking. Now what trim tracking does is it monitors that setting that you now set. And if you start pushing the limits to the top, it turns the trim down. Well, that would drop you in the mix. Nope, it brings the volume up. So it's constantly, it's just resetting gain structure automatically for you. This is going to babysit you all night long. So in the real world, as long as you keep a vocalist on that mic, it's pretty difficult to clip this mixer. You know, I mean, if you put an air horn up to the mic, okay, we could do that. But I mean, in normal playing, you know, once you tell it it's a kick drum, and it's a kick drum all night long, this is going to track your setting all night long. So no matter how the band changes, it's always going to be dialed up, it's always going to be optimum. And when the mixer's always running at optimum, that leaves you so much more direction to go. You know, you can actually implement all these controls without running out of headroom and crashing the mixer. So this is a very simple system. What we want musicians that do their own sound from stage to do is we want them to be musicians. They don't want to be sound technicians. Right. So we want to make this very simple for them so they can continue performing. They don't get bogged down jumping back and forth worrying about what if it feeds back. Oh yeah, what if it feeds back? Well, we have probably the most advanced algorithm for feedback elimination, and you can assign it to any microphone. It has some different strengths that it can track, but you can set all your mics that are likely to feedback. You can go ahead and put the feedback eliminator on it. This is going to scan the whole band and can drop up to 12 filters when they're needed, right on top of those channels. When they're not needed, they go away, they become invisible again. It's all automatic. You don't have to worry in the middle of your gig that something's going to go crazy and go out of control. You just perform and let the mixer take care of all the heavy lifting for you. So we've got 12 mic line inputs, we've got 4 balance line inputs, and all these inputs, again, you know, as I plug in here, watch, you'll see on the screen, hey, it just drew me a line. I know that I plugged a line into that channel. So everything, same way on the monitors. When we plug a monitor send into this, you're going to see, when I turn the button the right way, it's like boom, that just dropped another monitor up on stage. So when you plug in, it's setting up this whole string of gain control and the whole chain of processors that you'd have to do. You don't have to get around and patch stuff. It's all automatic. Even the foot switches, when you plug them in, the foot switches are assignable to do a whole bunch of stuff. There's also a cool feature in this called quick capture. So when you get your band all set up and you're running through your first tune, you push the quick capture button, and unfortunately I don't have audio, but this is a 20-second recording of the whole mix, right? So now the band can stop playing, you have their exact recording, and guess what? If you put a Wi-Fi dongle in this, you can take your iPad out into the house and you can mix from out in the house. You can see, well, I know what it sounds like on stage, but I want to know what it sounds like in the house from the front of house speakers. So you can take that iPad, you can make every adjustment that's in this board from your iPad and do that. And if you want to record your whole gig, you can record 18 tracks, all 18 analog inputs plus left-right stereo without needing an external computer. All the recordings built in, 48, 24 wave files. All you have to do is add a storage device. Could be as simple as an SD card, could be as big as a USB hard drive. Just plug it in, no computer needed. Now you've got all those wave files. They're all all the effects and everything. They're just, you know, the straight files. You can take them home after your gig, dump them into your DAW, and you're all set to go. Or you can mix them back down through this when the gig's over. So a very simple way to get up and running, to stay up and running, to not have any problems, to take all the worries out of the job of running sound, let musicians be musicians.
Right.
So that's what we've done here with this whole line of speakers and mixer.
Awesome. Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah.